Let me start by thanking God Almighty for a day like this. And when you have an occasion, no matter what situation we may be in, the Vice President, you remember we are mentioning those who will speak. I was not mentioned. And you said, why should His Eminence spoke a little bit like a military man and a little bit like His Eminence. All those who have spoken, I believe, as they should speak. Your Excellency, Governor Bauchi, Your Excellency, Governor Bruno, Your Excellency, First Lady, I thank His Eminence. My work like two brothers, Alhaji Ayali, thank you very much for your keynote address. I just want to take 3 or 4 points that I want to make. 1, investment. Without investment, you cannot develop. We cannot develop. And investment summit like this must bring everybody together. And you call it partnership. I have said there are 5 P's that must go together for us to make progress. The first P is politics, governance. That P must be right. If governance is not right, then all other things will go wrong. The second P is people. We must take care of people. Living, governing, everything is all is protection. And His Eminence mentioned that. Peace, security, stability, predictability. Nobody will come and invest when he cannot be sure that if he brings in 100, he will be able to get 120. And 10 out of that 110 to continue. Investors are hard-headed calculators. And don't underrate them. Another P is partnership. And you said that, you put that. Another partnership at the local level. Partnership at the community level. Partnership at the state level. Partnership at the national level. Partnership with the private sector and the public sector. Partnership, the private sector, the public sector, the civil society. His Eminence is not here only because it's His Eminence. It's also the head of our religious group. We need partnership with the religious groups, the private sector, and then partnership between the states, partnership between Nigeria and her neighbors, partnership between Nigeria and the international community. But let me then say, if all these 5 P's are well taken care of, then there's the issue of leadership, which is leadership at all levels. And Governor Bala, that's where I doff my heart for you. And leadership is not a picnic. There are times that you have to step on toes. But it must be without malice. It must be righteous stepping on toes. Let me give 3 examples. I was worried about the situation of cement in Nigeria. And I woke up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. 5 a.m. I phoned Aliko Danko, was in Lagos, I was in Abuja. And I woke him up. I said, Aliko, what are you doing? He said, what should a gentleman be doing at 5 a.m.? No apologies for waking you up. Can you see me at 7 a.m.? He said, Mr. President, it's bad enough that you wake me up at 5 a.m. But for me to see you at 7 a.m. when I'm in Lagos and you are in Abuja, and the first flight is 7 a.m., it is impossible. I said, what time can you see me? He said 9 a.m. And he came at 9 a.m. When he came, simple question. I said, Aliko, why are you importing cement and not producing cement? And he said to me, do you want an honest answer? I said, if I call you here, I want an honest answer. That's why I've called you. He said, because it's more profitable for me to import cement and sell than for me to produce cement, which is an honest answer. Then I asked him the second question. I said, what can I do to make you produce cement? He said again, you want an honest answer? I said, yes. He said, make it as profitable for me to produce cement as it is profitable for me to import cement and sell. Again, I haven't got where I was going or he was leading me. I said, how do I do that? He said, tie my importation of cement with my production of cement. My head got it. I said, you can go. I called my Minister for Industry, who also came from the private sector. I said, look, I've had this discussion with Aliko. Come and go and work it out. So Aliko then planned to produce 5 million tons of cement a year. Since we started producing cement in 1956 up to 2003, we've never produced 5 million tons. So when Aliko made that, the people in the ministry said, he's telling a lie. He was making it up. I said, all right, let's see how his lie will work. So I put 2 people in Aliko's construction site, and they are reporting to me every day. The day Aliko, the contractor, did not work, they will phone and tell me, and I will immediately phone Aliko. So one day Aliko came to me and said, Mr. President, I'm getting worried about you. I said, what have I done? He said, you know about this cement project more than myself, and it is not a government project. I'm getting worried about you. I say, hey, my brother Aliko, this is a Nigerian project. So anything Nigeria is a government project. Not only did Aliko succeed in the first 5 million, he succeeded in the second 5 million. He succeeded in the third 5 million. I started taking him out to other countries in Nigeria, in Africa. I took him to Tanzania. I took him to Senegal. That's how Aliko made it. Partnership between the private and the public. Partnership between leadership at every level. Let me tell you another one that is not Nigeria. Vietnam. Vietnam never produced